Good evening, or whatever time of day you are listening to this. Today, for my episode number 6, I have a very special guest for you to better understand Gen Alpha and to go inside the mind of a typical 11-year-old boy. My son Rohan has agreed to join us, and since I'm keeping this podcast channel all in the family, I figured why not include him? I promise next episode I will have somebody who's not blood related to me, but today we are going to have some fun as we dissect the mindset of a pre-teenager and determine what is cool and what is not. Now, Rowan is not a typical kid in my opinion. I mean, he's mine, and you all know how weird I am by now, but he's also, an only child, and while he's gained quite a few friends in the past couple years, I still kind of feel like Ryan and I are his true best friends. Sad, but pretty consistent reality for his birth order, first and only child. While we see the genetic traits that we both passed on to him were to his detriment, like asthma, eczema, sour tummy, we also see great qualities in him, like his love of movies, his focus to accomplish tasks, mostly building playsets and Lego, and his sense of humor. Rohan is always trying to be funny and tell us what's um, what's funny in YouTube memes and trends, what's the latest, and he has a happy-go-lucky attitude, and he just has one responsibility in this world, which is to go to school. As a toddler, Rohan was very unique. He had very unique tastes, such as Star Wars, Transformers, and G.I. Joe, but that made it hard for him to make friends and find common ground for playdates. By the time he got into Paw Patrol, Pokemon, and Five Nights at Freddy's, the popularity was kind of on its way down. Thank goodness for reboots and sequels. But I'm going to let Rohan talk for himself because I'm sure you're all excited to hear a 10-year-old, 11-year-old as of a few days speak. And so without further ado, I will bring Rohan on here to introduce himself. Hello, Rohan.
Thank you, Mom. My name is Rohan, and I am a human being. I'm in grade 6 this year, and just turned 11. I am a man now, as in what I would say. I like to build Lego and watch them Saga, just because I finally finished those 2 seasons and of the Loud House in like a week. Um, so that's why I watch Ninjago, and I like the idea of Ninjago, like ninjas and snakes. It's cool.
Plus, it's Lego, so you like that. So it's a Lego cartoon.
I guess
Yeah.
it'd be really cursed if it was like
Not Lego?
not Lego.
Oh, okay.
It would just be a like accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um, right now I'm watching the Stranger Things series to be caught up before season 5 drops.
Yep. November
Excited.
20 something, 25th, I think.
Mom's the one. My mom's the one who got me into Stranger Things. I was just confused what it was about. If there's one thing that I love more than Lego, it is dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I don't have them like kind of weird mom.
Okay.
That's the thing that I've loved like since I was born.
True.
I love the Smashwords box set that I just got for my birthday. Was a few days ago. I have watched all the Jurassic Park movies and Jurassic World, including Rebirth, which is my favorite, and Camp Cretaceous, as well as Cat series. You should probably watch that. You know what? Watch all of the movies, every single Dylan movie about the Jurassic franchise.
Well, if you're into dinosaurs, I guess.
Yeah,
If you don't like dinosaurs, maybe you don't watch them.
I know, it's just really awesome.
All right, what else?
When it comes to things I love, I am all caught up. The last love of mine is 4 movies. I have watched Halloween, Scream. Oh, you did have Sleepaway Camp, Friday the 13th, which was my Halloween costume last year, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Conjuring, Poltergeist, Pet Cemetery, Terrifier, The Signing, and 1408. I don't think anybody listening to this podcast really knows what that is, but
Well, we'll find out. We'll get some feedback from our audience to know if they've seen that.
hopefully. And most recently, It. While I was dressing up as, oh, you should probably watch that. It's like very long. While I was dressing up as
Sounds.
Ghostface this year, yet you might want to wait You might want to watch different horror movies first before you watch it, though, because it's really creepy.
Really creepy.
Yeah. While I was dressing up as Ghostface this year, I forgot to ask the most important. Uh, oh, please, you know, it's not giving them. Question while trick or treating, which says, "What's your favorite scary movie?" The only
Mhm.
scary movie that my mom hasn't let me watch is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know why. It's not like it's scarier or anything. I mean, it's not scarier than anything I've already watched.
Yeah.
When I'm not watching scary movies or building Lego, I'm working on my comic books. I don't really work on comic book that much
Yeah.
anymore.
Kind of more of a part-time thing now.
Reading Diary of a Minecraft Warrior and watching YouTube. I subscribe to a lot of channels and it would be a dream come true to meet one of my favorite YouTubers. I also like to play Roblox with my friends. My favorite game is Plants vs. Brainrot. Don't
Nice.
touch me. I don't really like Italian Brainrot. Uh,
Yeah,
that much.
we're gonna talk
Six up
about
sucks.
yes, we're gonna talk about all those things. Riz, Giaz, Italian brain rot, 6-7, and you play Roblox a lot. You play with your friends using Kids Messenger. Do you want to tell everybody what your Roblox name is if they want to join and
Yep,
play
I was
games?
just about to do that.
Yeah.
My YouTube channel is at Dinosaur Dude, and but I haven't posted in a while though. My Roblox username is Velocity Stack 2014 or Fridays 13 13 27. That's my
Velocity Jack.
home
Yeah.
account. The
Okay.
Velocity Stack
Yeah.
2014.
Friday.
My first account too.
Yeah, that's right. But you use the other one more often, the Friday, what is it, 131322?
Yeah, it's hard to get my hands on.
Or is it 227? Sorry. Is that 22 or
I
2?
didn't even scan my sponsors.
Yeah. Is that what last number 27?
Yes, 2 7.
Okay, so if you want to find Rohan on Roblox, it's capital F Friday 131327.
But I'm not desperate or anything. I have friends.
He has friends, that's true. But if you ever wanted to learn how to play Plants versus Brain Rot, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Sorry, Plants versus Brain Rot. Yeah, that game that you were playing this morning. Plants, Plants versus Brain.
Yes,
Yeah.
I put out.
So if somebody want to learn how to play that, then they could add you as a friend, and then
I
you
got.
could show them. I got Gotti.
I I have a few godlies.
Okay, we don't
That's
even
like the
know.
best friend of right now.
Okay.
I have a magma godly actually.
Okay, that's good to know. Thanks for letting us know. Well, we're gonna stick it to like Gen X for now, Gen Z, and just like a little bit of English, and then we're gonna explain to people what you're talking about so that they can understand the podcast a little bit.
We got over what uh I like about a bunch of stuff about myself. Let's go into other things.
Sure, sure. Yeah, let's start the podcast. So thank you very much for coming on the show and agreeing to do this because it must have been a little bit a little different experience for you. You've never been on a podcast before,
Yes,
but
I
never
know
too
this
early.
podcast probably won't get that many.
You never know. This could be the podcast that makes me go viral. You never know.
Yeah.
Right? So we're gonna talk about today. Here's our agenda. We're gonna talk about you more than what you just described. You talk about you, like what your interests are, but we're gonna talk about like who is Rohan, like at the root, the core, right? Because you like just finished a whole decade of your life. And so now you kind of have a better idea of the world and what's going on around you, what people are like, what politicians are like, right? You're getting to know a little bit about yeah, you get to know a little bit about the world. You know about the Jays, the World Series, the Jays
Yeah,
almost won.
that sucks.
But I gotta say, Rohan and I were kind of twinning this past week. We both had Blue Jays t-shirts that say "Take October." So for all 7 games,
A
I'm
t-shirt with a ginger
with
beer
ginger
stain
beer.
on
Yeah,
it.
I mean, okay, this is what happened. It was game 7. He was playing with his dinosaurs, of course. Ryan and I were watching, and then Ryan said, "Put your phone away," because it was like the final inning. We were almost like down to the final inning. I think it was the 8th inning.
They were
And
tied, of course.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it was close, right? It was close. I don't even think they were tied.
What
Were
if
they
they just
tied?
11?
What was it?
That's not that many. And then
Yeah, in the end it was 11 innings, but it was like the 8th inning, and the Jays had four, and the Dodgers, I think maybe they only had like two or three, right? It was close, but it wasn't tied yet. I
Okay.
think it was, yeah. So this is what happened. Rohan sat on the couch to enjoy the final inning or the last two innings with us, down to the final wire. Big moment in history. Jays might win. Finally put away all his dinosaurs, cleaned up his toys, sat down with us, and then he was drinking some pop. And Ryan took his phone away, and the pop spilled on his Blue Jay shirt. And as soon as Rohan
Yep.
took off his
Yeah,
shirt, the Dodgers
Dodgers
scored. So, I mean, I could say that I'm a superstitious person because we wore our Jays shirts take October for all 7 games. But the second he took off his shirt,
Yeah, but like not always the Jays won. It doesn't.
sure, 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 sure. But the game that we needed them to win, your shirt came off and the Dodgers scored. I'm just saying.
The
I'm
shirt
just
was
saying.
on when the Dodgers scored, though.
Sure, but it was like the whole emotional moment. Like maybe if dad didn't take your phone away, you wouldn't have spilled the beer. And then like 9 innings could have passed and then Jays won and done. But that's not what happened. It got a little bit more heated, a little bit more tense. The Jays had to keep going to 11 innings. You went to bed. But all I'm saying is, we do a lot of stuff together. We play golf. We wear the same t-shirt sometimes.
Pretty sure that I
And
actually could hear Dad yell from how they walk.
oh, really?
Maybe.
Actually, when they finally did win at the bottom of the 11th inning, he said absolutely nothing. There was like dead silence in the basement. There was no clapping, there was no howling, there was no cheering, there was no crying. He was just numb, I think, maybe after
Wow.
that. You'll find out tomorrow when you go to school how the rest of your classmates and your teacher, who kind of got you into the Jays too, right? Showing you highlights in class.
Yeah.
How people
After.
feel about this. Yeah. So talking about school, can we talk about school for a little bit? Like
Sure.
2 minutes maybe? What's your favorite subject and why?
Huh. It's an actual subject.
Art?
Isn't recess a subject?
Recess is not a subject. I am sorry. Big X.
No, no.
Okay. Yeah.
But outdoor gym is a subject.
Sure. Okay. So gym is your favorite subject?
Outdoor gym is a subject.
I mean,
PE.
gym.
PE probably sucks. Like inside of the gym.
Oh,
The
well, you
best thing
gotta
you're gonna
take
do is dodge.
for the rest of the winter. I mean, winter's kicking in now, December to May. You're gonna be indoors, so that's gym.
Wait, is recess not considered an actual subject like sim because they don't care what you do? Like you could just be sitting down the entire time.
The
But
government
like an actual physical education where you get to go outside, you actually
have to do stuff.
it must look really bad.
So the government requires you to get so many minutes of outdoor time during the school day.
Like you always have to be moving in actual phys
No,
Well,
I mean, you
when
could
it's
play a
outside.
sport
That's
where you're
what
on the bench.
a teacher last year said.
You have to always be moving.
Yeah.
What if you're playing baseball and then you're sitting down on the bench waiting to bat? You're not moving. Does that count?
Like outside, you always have to.
Okay. So she doesn't want you standing in the corner. But this year you have a different teacher and they said the same thing. You always have to be moving.
No, Mr. Billy didn't say that. You really just didn't care.
Okay. We don't have to say his name. We'll try to keep privacy
Oh,
for
yeah.
teachers, right? Okay. So you're not even saying your favorite subject. Right. You're not saying your favorite subject is art because you used to say that, but now you're saying your favorite subject is gym.
Art. Well, going outside is my favorite subject, like outdoors and but like I don't know if that counts.
Let me ask you this. If recess was a subject, what do you think your mark would be?
You know, what, maybe outdoors and doesn't count. Subject.
Okay, so
Because
sure, right?
if you are doing a subject, you need to get marked
Exactly.
in every subject.
That's it.
Every single
Yeah.
subject you need. Okay.
So you're telling me like
Then Miss Leeds just told us to always keep moving for nothing then.
because it was recess or it was gym?
Because every single so yeah, it was him. Every single subject you need to get marked. So
Yeah.
she just told us to
If you keep moving, you
for
get an A in gym. That's a pretty good deal. But my question was, what do you think your mark would be in recess if it was a marked class?
I don't know. I don't know what
Like,
how
just
it
guess.
would
If
work.
you had to guess, would you think you'd be an A student in recess, or you think you'd be a C student in recess? Hypothetical.
A, I guess it really depends
Okay,
on
so
what they want.
let's talk about your worst subject then. What's your least favorite?
Math, obviously.
Obviously, why is that, do you think?
That's my least favorite subject. I don't know.
I mean, religion could kind of tie because Rohan does go to Catholic school. You like
Religion's
religion,
fine.
religion. It's
I
fine.
guess.
Yeah. So definitely math. I mean,
And
right now
math.
math is going okay.
I feel like when I'm good at math, yeah, it's kind of the feel of like doing language or something.
Maybe
It's
language
kind
could
of
be your
tied with
least. Yeah,
language.
because there's a lot of writing in language, right? That kind of makes you feel a little bit too much writing, makes your hand hurt.
Guess.
Okay, okay, we can stop talking about school. What about your friends? You want to tell us about your friends? You can say their
Finally,
name. You
yes.
can give them a shout out.
Okay. Shout out uh to my boys Nicholas, Saxon, Liam, and I guess that's the big three, but like shout out to them for making my life be great.
Yeah. What do you guys like to play together?
Tag, obviously.
Hmm.
I watched a movie not too long ago too about an endless game of tag, and it was
Yeah,
called Tag.
it was called Tag. Yeah. I knew you were gonna like that movie. And Dad, who buys a lot of movies, which we talked about in episode number 4, I believe. Uh
Keeping track of
I
these.
yeah, I so far I can keep track because this is episode number 6, so I can keep track of what's going on.
Okay.
But I gotta remember that I've had Dad on twice and I've had um you on once now.
Twice.
Yeah, Dad's been on my podcast twice because he was worried about the audio in episode number 2, so he wanted to come back and make it better. So we talked about his 4K collectible movies in episode number
Yeah.
4.
The DC versus Marvel.
Yeah, and then episode 3 was with Chris. I think it was the back to school special. Sounds like I
What
feel
was
like
episode one then?
um was with Chris talking about his mental health issues. So he wanted to bring that up so that he could help people hear his story and maybe prevent the stress in their life. Prevent.
Your first episode anyway.
This is about
Like what
getting.
number is it?
Well, this is number 6. Yeah, this is number 6, and we're talking about getting into the mind of a Gen Alpha. What do Gen Alphas think about? So you mentioned already a lot of stuff about.
The brain rot. That was born in
Sure,
2014.
sure, sure. So Chris actually had something that he wanted you to translate, so we might as well jump into that.
This is the fun part.
Okay, so this is so you can stay seated. It's okay. I'll read it to you. So this is what
Get excited.
Chris said. Can Rohan translate this for me? So it goes like this: 6766767 Sigma
Why don't you
Riz.
just say the same things twice?
I think this was a song, so he took the
What the
lyrics. I think it's twice, so they sing it twice. I don't know the tune of this song. 6766767 Sigma Riz. Can you
6 7 6 7
do you think have you
Sigma
heard this
Ray?
song? Is this a song or you
No, you
never?
just made it
It
up.
might be a song. I'm not.
It's
We'll
no,
have to
not
ask.
a song.
It could be. You might have heard it somewhere. We don't know.
There's a song that goes like hawk to a skibbity or something.
Okay.
Hawk to a talk, something
Okay,
like
so let's start with
that. That's
Skibbity.
not this song.
Can you tell us what a Skibbity is? Do you have a?
Skibbity is actually, fun fact, is not actually a word meaning. It's not a word meaning. It's a thing. It's like it's a toilet with
It's
a
a
head coming out of
toilet, but
it.
it's not a toilet. So I
No,
heard
that's
on
not my
a
generation.
yeah, Skibbity was the start.
Toilet.
Skibbity,
Not the
Riz,
start. Definitely not the start.
Riz, Giot, and
Get out was probably the
Aura,
start.
Aura farming. Giot was part
No.
of start of your alpha generation. Okay, so Skibbity is not a toilet, but it's associated with a toilet. But I heard
I feel like people are just using a word too many.
I heard on a show called Children Ruin Everything, the oldest son said, "My hair is all skibbity today." So does that mean any?
Use I guess Skibbity is just soft. Like,
Chopped,
it's
okay,
just the
okay.
older version of soft. Like
Can,
the Gen Z version of soft.
okay.
Yes.
Can you tell us what
Yes, Gen Z is
chopped
for brain rot.
means? What does chopped?
Uh, like, you look bad. Like, I'm looking bad today.
Okay, so he's
Like,
having a
my
bad hair
ear
day.
looks
So
bad.
chopped equals bad. Skibbity, we don't really know, but we can use it in
Yes.
a
The soft,
adjective
like, my ear
form.
looks bad just
Okay.
means Skibbity and soft.
Can you stay seated, please, for this podcast? And we know Riz is the same as charisma. Could we say that? So
Christmas is what D&D nerds say.
sure. So if somebody has Riz, they're cool and they probably have like a really good jawline.
They riz up girls like they get all the girls.
Sure. 6'7" means. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And that brings us to the other word, baddies.
Baddies, which is part of this song. So we're gonna get to the rest of the lyrics, but
Okay.
can you tell us 6'7"?
6'7", it does not mean anything. I guess it's a height, but I don't
Oh,
know why.
6'7" inches?
Yeah, because it's, 6'7". It's like 6 and then 7. Like,
I guess so. Okay.
but also some people say it's like 6 or 7. Like 6.
Like they don't know. They
It's,
can't choose.
I guess it's a 6'7".
Yeah.
It's literally just 6'7".
Okay.
It's literally just the
So,
number 6 and 7.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Like in your
They can
class.
be put together, not put together,
Sure. Yeah.
whatever. It's
Yeah.
a 6
You
and
can
7.
write it as 67, 6-7,
There's just so many
6.7.
things.
Yeah. But we know, okay, so we said your teacher's name is Mr. Bentley. When somebody in your class, and they often do, say 6'7", we think maybe Mr. Bentley doesn't understand what that means. So we could help Mr. Bentley by saying it means like I'm dumb or I don't know. IDK, is it the same as IDK?
No. It doesn't have a meaning. That's the whole thing about 6'7". You can't find the meaning of it.
Is it like brain rot though? Italian
Yes.
brain rot. Can you tell me what Italian brain rot is?
Italian Brainrot actually broke the code
Okay.
because it's called Italian Brainrot, and 6'7" is not Italian Brainrot.
I see. Okay.
So
All
it
right.
kind of broke the code.
So the lyrics go 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", Sigma.
It's called still.
Sigma Riz. What? So we kind of talked about what Riz is. Means really cool.
Oh, and Sigma is really old. It just means
Oh, it's
like
an old word.
you're cool, I guess.
So cool with Riz.
Yes, people.
Wait, did you say that Riz is like a word for hot? Like you could be hot? No, you're saying baddies. Okay.
Baddie is when a girl is like when you're saying like, oh, that girl is such a baddie. It's like that girl is hot.
Hot. Okay. So the next lyric, the line in the we think is a song, or I think is a song. It says "Ah la boo boo." So you can tell us
A
what that. La boo boo.
is
Yeah. La boo boo.
interesting enough a trending toy plus from it's a vinyl Chinese toy plus or
A
something.
doll.
It's
Yeah.
like really crazy too,
And
like
very
35 bucks.
expensive. That's right. Yeah. Okay. And then the next line goes, "It's Delulu." So that doesn't mean anything to you.
It does mean something. I just
Oh.
don't know what it means.
I'm thinking
Because
Delulu is the singer of the song.
no. It's
You've heard it before.
what's
I think it's a song that he copied the
no.
lyrics for. Okay, we'll ask him next time.
It, it's the Lulu just means like, oh, that man is so Delulu. So it has to be like an adjective.
That means delusional.
Wait, what?
Yeah, which is crazy. So I'm Delulu. No, it's Delulu. That's the line is it's Delulu. So that's weird. Okay.
Really?
Next line.
How do you know that?
Besties, baddies, slay all day. So we know what baddies mean. We know what besties mean.
Means
Not like
like
Santa's sleigh, right?
because I heard in my class like David, he's a kid who doesn't like 6'7".
Okay,
like
we'll
me.
try to not
And
use names.
okay,
Sure.
so
Yeah.
he was saying he was making fun of 6'7".
Yeah.
And a girl in my class said slay. So like slay means
It's good.
yeah, it's good. Like
Okay.
slay.
Okay, next line
Slay.
is this is really cringe.
I don't know how people don't know what cringe means. Cringe has been in books for as long as I remember. You know,
Oh,
I cringe.
actually, we don't use cringe in our language.
But like in old books it says I cringed. It means you're maybe it means you're confused. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So in my knowledge of the definition of the word cringe, that would be in like Webster's dictionary, kind of like
Embarrassed.
when you're cringe, yeah, maybe embarrassed, but like you kind of like just like shudder and like scream, get a little squeamish. So like cringe is like ew, ew.
Oh
It's
yeah,
cringe,
like
it's ew,
ew.
right? Yeah. Okay, and the last line is bet. What does bet mean?
That has been going on since 2024, and some people that I know still use it. That means like,
Good,
oh, something good. It's like,
awesome.
yeah, I guess, awesome. Like, you won $5,000, and you said, say that.
Okay, okay. So hopefully the audience can now go forward in their relationships with their children slash grandchildren. And when they hear these words, even your grandma maybe can hear this podcast and be like, oh, that's what Riz means. And then maybe we'll just like finish up with a couple more that I know of. Aura farming is when you steal somebody's like energy, right?
I don't know.
Or
It's when
aura.
you're really farming or like,
But what does aura mean?
or that's been used for a while too.
Yes.
It's like power.
Power.
Unlimited power.
Okay, okay.
Expand.
Let's finish the Gen Alpha terms with Giot. What does that mean?
But like
Okay,
somebody's uh booty.
right. So hopefully Grandma will listen to this
Oh,
podcast.
but
She will be
seek.
all educated on it. Gen
Seek.
Alpha.
Seeks means booty too. Like
Cheek
I
could
want to
be
clap your
booty, right?
cheek.
Yeah. So that's from our
Okay.
generation. We know this. Yeah. Okay, what else can we talk about? Do you want to talk about your Lego that you built today?
Ah yes, that's really
Tell us what happened.
not fun. I was gonna be sarcastic, but I didn't want to confuse you guys. Uh, so basically, I was building it. It was a Lego Star Destroyer from
It's
Star
from
Wars,
Star Wars, yeah. Pretty big
and
set. It was actually ages 9 to
like
14, and you're 11.
base,
Yeah, good.
uh, basically, the sides of it, like to close it, broke off, and the final piece actually finish it broke off, which was on the top. It's kind of sucked, and it had the spring loader shoot.
Spring-loaded shooters. Yeah, those were cool. So now we can't play with that because the whole thing, like you
Yeah,
were
we can't
done
really.
and then the whole thing kind of broke apart. So yeah, it kind of sucks. But Ryan's gonna try and fix it because it's on his to-do list. He's gonna try to rebuild it in a way. But like you were so done because you got it on your birthday 3 days ago, right? And then you were building it, and then like 3 days after your birthday, you were done, and it was like 10 bags and 3 books of instructions. But it didn't fit. The final piece didn't fit, and then we tried to fix it, and we ended up breaking it more. So yeah, that was frustrating. What would you say about our family, the three of us? What are our values?
Value? What do you mean?
What do you think
Like,
values mean? Do you have an idea?
not really.
I guess like what do we stand for in our family? Like what's important to us?
Okay, I guess important to you is being nice, I guess.
Sure, yeah, kindness is very important. What else?
And to that is uh collecting, I guess.
No,
And
that's true. We covered that in
he
yeah,
loves
in the
collecting
podcast. Yeah,
things.
that's true. What about
This
like
collecting.
doing the right thing, right? Like the Ten Commandments, maybe like trying to not do too many sins, don't steal, don't lie, those kind of things. Are those important to us?
Um,
Are those part of our family values, would you say?
yeah, I guess.
Are important? Yeah.
Sometimes you guys like them.
Oh,
Usually.
do we? Do you have an example?
Well, you did lie on my birthday, but I guess that was perfect.
Oh, to surprise you about what your gift was going to be?
But you guys do lie about things
I see. Okay, maybe we will talk about that later.
later.
Because lies are not good, right?
Of course not.
So you should always tell the truth.
Yeah.
And then eventually the
And
truth,
I too.
right? Eventually the truth comes out. So better to tell the truth up front than lie and see how long.
Sometimes the truth doesn't come out.
Do you lie too?
Nope, sometimes I keep secrets. Like my secret stash.
Of chocolates from Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Do you want to play a game?
Sure.
I Spy or Imagination?
Imagination. How could we do I Spy in a room?
Oh, we could spy different things in the room. You want to do the imagination game then?
Yes. Sure.
Okay, so imagine that you could design anything you wanted. Like you have ultimate power and you have all the tools and equipment that you would need to design something. So I'll give you some examples.
Like anything that I want.
Anything you want. Do you have an idea or should I give you some examples?
I could design actual life-size Star Destroyer. Oh, an actual life-size AT and an ATST.
Okay, those would be pretty big because remember when we were in Disney World, they were huge. They were, I want to say 20 feet, like pretty big.
Just 20 feet? How big is that?
Well, I guess that's not big.
It's
Yeah.
probably like the size of an what's it called? AT.
I don't know what any of these acronyms are.
ATRT is the one from the Clone Wars era, but I don't know. Oh, ATTE? No.
Okay, so these are all Star Wars references.
Yeah, AT-AT is the big one. That's probably might be like 50 feet tall.
Yeah, probably bigger than what I was thinking. I think I saw something that was 80 feet. And then well, was it 80? No, it was 20. It was like a Halloween decoration. And then I was like, oh, so now you know what 20 feet is. And he was pretty tall. So I was like, okay, that's like two people, more than two people, two and a half people, 20 feet.
It's not enough people.
But it's scary if there's like a Halloween animatronic towering over you.
I guess.
A little bit.
And uh, to go back to Halloween decoration,
Mm-hmm.
I think I would probably make like a giant, like animatronic, like maybe like from FNAF or something.
Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's, yes. Okay, so which one would you do? Bonnie, your favorite? Or would you do
Maybe
Freddy?
um, I don't know, maybe like William, like Springtrap or something. Speaking of which, I really gotta catch up on the Citra nosy animatronic thing. I don't know what's happening with that.
On Five Nights at Freddy's?
Somebody is making a real life-size animatronic.
Oh, life size, how big?
10 feet?
You mean the dinosaur? What a dinosaur?
Animatronic, 10 feet tall.
Of what?
Like,
FNAF?
yeah.
Um,
How big would 10 feet tall
Maybe
be?
it's like 4 feet higher than your dad. So it'd be like you on top of your dad, standing on top of your dad.
Oh, that'd be pretty big.
Yeah. Or like, I guess a little bit less, because you're 5 feet now. So you can go on the rides at Wonderland. So you're are you 5 feet? No, 52 inches. That's 4 foot 13 or something like that. 4 foot 12 and a half. Is that right? 52 inches? Yeah, I think 4 foot 13. Sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay, come back up here. Sit down. We're almost done. I want to talk to you about dinosaurs. So remember, I got you a dinosaur sheet T-shirt for your birthday, and it had a pterodactyl and a T-Rex and not a Triceratops,
Triacosaurus.
Triacosaurus. And so what I was learning in the class that was taking from the University of Alberta, Dinosaurs 101, they talked about three different types of. They do have a lot of dinosaurs.
Albertosaurus.
I
That's how they
think
feed them.
the reason is because of the glaciers. Because once the glaciers melted, they found a lot of fossils there. It's a really interesting course. You should listen to some of it. So ornithischians. Have you heard of this? Ornithischians. Saurischia.
How you're so bad at saying that,
Yeah.
but
So how do you say it?
you totally what's the word?
Ornacis, ornathis
Oh, I forgot
chickens?
the word is. Dang it.
Uh,
That would make this podcast like 10 times if I
uh-huh.
said that word.
Yeah. And then so Saurischia, I'll tell you, Saurischia is known as lizard hipped. So that includes the sauropods. Okay, this is something.
It's just like I don't know what the word is.
Yeah.
About when somebody's saying the word wrong.
Right.
I've heard it on YouTube once.
Pronunciation. Oh,
Like
you
I
might think of it.
totally blanked that word.
It's okay.
I know I'm
You might
totally gonna blank this word.
you think about it. You might
Yeah.
come to you. It might come to you while we're talking. So sauropods and theropods are part of the Saurischia uh genre of lizard hips. Then the other one is bird hipped, which is the ornith you know how to say it? Ornith ornithischians. Ornithischians. Yeah. And Saurischia, and then there's
Oh my god.
prosauropods as well.
Okay.
You don't know how to say it either, so you can't make fun of me. So that's why when I got that t-shirt and I have done the Dino 101 course, then I was like, oh, perfect. It's got the bird hipped one, it's got the lizard hipped one, and then there is the one that's like Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, those kind of ones that are not sauropods. Did you know that there's like 3 different categories like this based on their fossil arrangement and their hip? So bird hips and lizard hips, that's how paleontologists categorize dinosaurs based on their hip placement.
Okay.
So you know that the bird ones are ornithischians. Ornithischians. Does that sound better? Ornithischians. Okay. All right, doesn't sound like you have much to contribute about that. So why don't we finish up this podcast by talking about your anxiety, since this is a mental health and wellness podcast.
Sure. You've
So,
already made a lot of depressing podcasts already, but
oh, so depressing, yes. Why don't you tell us what was the biggest thing in your life that made you so anxious? Like your biggest event that happened in your life. Most anxiety causing event in all of your 11 years.
probably getting trapped in an elevator.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. So
That's the
now
most memorable.
thing, now that you're going through CBT, which is cognitive behavior therapy sessions in group, you've been doing this for 4 weeks now, you're halfway done. So you haven't started the exposure therapy. But if you were to give the example of getting stuck in an elevator, can you walk me through the fear tools to tell me how you would react differently? Because you were pretty young then. That was like 3 years ago,
Actually,
right? You were maybe 7 or 8 when that
that's
happened.
crazy.
Okay. So remember the fear tools. Can you tell us what the fear acronym stands for and how you would think differently? So what does the F stand for?
Uh, oh, feeling frightened.
Okay. So definitely you were, right?
Yep.
And then the second one, E.
Oh, expecting bad things to happen.
So what did you expect to happen? And what were you thinking? Were you gonna die in that elevator?
For some reason, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Was
It's
I
scary.
gonna die though?
And then what were your thoughts? What were you thinking?
Was I trapped in that elevator? I don't know if I was trapped though.
Technically you were. Like people get stuck in elevators a lot. And you were in Toronto, so it's pretty common. But the fact that you were the last one out of the elevator and were in there alone, I'd say that was a pretty brave thing for you to experience. Like you came out of it okay and you didn't cry that much, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what were your like what so you thought you were gonna die, so then now that you have CBT tools in your pocket, what could you think or could you go back to your 7 or 8 year old self and what could you go and tell him? Like, hey, don't think you're gonna die, think this. What would you tell him?
Then I'm gonna be okay.
Okay, yeah. What kind of tools could you maybe use to help calm him down?
Um, Breathing, I guess.
Do some deep breathing, yeah. I know there's
Breathing
also.
is that.
Oh, yeah, you would maybe run out of oxygen eventually. But there was a little bit of a gap, right? Like you weren't completely closed off in the elevator, wasn't it? Open just like a little bit, like an inch.
People were trying to open it.
Yeah, it was pretty stuck. Plus, you talked to security, and first they hung up on you,
Can I
right?
get out again?
Oh, well, security did come and try to help, and they must have called somebody, like a maintenance person, to open it for you so you can get out. Did the doors actually close and you were like on the right level? It's just the doors closed. It didn't move up or down, right? Just the doors closed and then you had to call the button, right? So
I could have. I
you
could
were
have
able
like been.
to not with the door open. That would have been pretty unsafe.
Yeah, but like the doors weren't open.
Oh,
Just,
I thought they were a little bit.
but somebody was opening them. That's why they were open.
Were you able to see who
So
was opening it?
I could have just went on the floor and then they could have went on the floor. I wasn't actually stuck in it.
Except, could you open it wide enough to get out?
Mm, No,
Yeah, you were.
because everybody was trying to get me out.
Yeah, yeah. So they were trying to
I
open the
could
door.
have just went to a floor. The elevator was working perfectly. It's just,
But you didn't really know how to operate an elevator. You were still pretty young. Like how would you have known which floor to go to? And then how would we have known how to find you? Because you could have gone to the floor above or below, or you could have gone back to ground, you could have gone to the parking garage. So it was better that you stayed where you were and security helped you
yeah.
get out. Okay, so you would have told your younger self to stay calm. And then you maybe would have changed your thoughts, like everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you think about that experience, which was the most anxiety causing experience in your whole life, now that you can use these tools, the fear tools, do you feel like a little bit better about it? That maybe it wasn't such a big deal? Like you were going to get out of it eventually, right? You feel a little bit better, or still the most anxiety causing event of your life?
And it's just the most scarring, and I can remember it like in
Very
my mind.
clearly in your mind. That's true.
I can't remember it that clearly, but it's in there.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe we'll end on a positive note and tell me what's the most fun thing you've ever done in your entire life.
Cleansing. Oh wow, that's kind of hard to
To think of on the spot?
think of. Oh,
You've done some pretty cool things recently, like you went to Wonderland, you went on the roller coasters.
that I didn't really like that much.
No, or the haunted
The,
houses.
the
It's just
haunted house is really fun.
true. And you've been to
Boston coaster wasn't that bad, I guess.
yeah. The which?
Backlot.
Backlot Stunt Coaster. That was maybe your favorite. You've been to Disney World twice, but maybe you don't remember the rides you did. We did Rise of Resistance. And maybe you don't remember because there was a huge AT-AT there. That's the one I was talking about. That was, yeah, maybe 80 feet. Could be 80 feet, maybe 60 feet. Who knows? It was dark, but it was huge.
I remember that.
You do remember. That was pretty cool, right?
I remember how old was I when that happened?
I think you were 7 then when we went to
Oh
Florida.
my God, how do I remember that so much? I remember like hitting myself on the stair.
Oh, like in that ride, the Rise of Resistance ride?
No, like and when we got to Florida.
And the airplane.
Yeah.
Yes, you had taken your seatbelt off.
And my ears popping, I think.
Yes, you don't like airplane rides. We have to prepare the next time we take a flight. Yeah, your ears are very sensitive. So what happened?
Okay. I think I just really made a big deal about it because I was so young. I don't know why I made it.
Well, we just flew a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, and well, actually 2 years, pretty close to 2 years now. And you were not happy on the flight. Yeah, when we flew from Toronto to LA, we were quite upset.
Why?
I guess we didn't have gum. I don't know, because gum helps to pop your ears sometimes when you feel the air pressure. So we'll see. We'll go on a shorter flight before then, and you'll see if you still have that problem. But I think you do have some sinus issues that probably affect your ears. If your nose is stuffed, your ears are not going to be happy when you fly because there's changes in pressure as you go up in the airplane.
It's kind of weird though. it's so long, the experience of the Force Awakens, because I remember getting captured by um the they called the
Um,
First Order.
yes.
They weren't very nice.
They were not. I think I asked him if cell phones are allowed, and he gave me a very snide response. So he was definitely in character, but still, I thought if, something was to happen in an emergency, maybe they wouldn't break character and they would just throw you into the garbage chute or something. Trash compactor. I think maybe we have to do another episode on either dinosaurs when you learn about ornithischians.
Oh,
Ornithischians.
stop. Stop.
Okay, maybe we'll do like a podcast on just like the Cretaceous period and the Jurassic period. You can tell us about 65 million years ago and which species existed. But what I'm saying is there's a category of bird hipped and a category of lizard hipped, and it's called Saurischians and Ornithischians. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Look it up. Look it up in a book. But we can end this podcast on a positive note saying that rides are awesome. Disney is awesome. And we want to go back to Disney to enjoy more Star Wars things and maybe like Jack Skeleton things if they have like a cool roller coaster there. And you can talk more about haunted houses next time. Or we could talk about different Lego builds that you've done or horror movies, lots of different topics, right? Eh, there's some other things you want to talk about. Comic books. You do like drawing comic books. And it's interesting that you chose um your creative idea of something life-size, because I was going to say that too, that either you could do like a life-size comic book and then people could just come up on the street and read your comic book like in the street. Because what I find is it's really hard for me to read your comic books because your printing is so small and I don't want to get my glasses, so I actually don't know what any of your comic books are about. Even though you don't even write that much dialogue, you just draw a lot of pictures.
I write more dialogue than I used to.
Yeah. And the other thing we didn't talk about at all was your love of Godzilla. So that's right, like 60, 80, who knows, 200 feet? How big is Godzilla? Do we know?
Exactly 343 feet tall.
Wow.
I think in American Gods. I don't like calling it that anymore. I feel like
Well, there is the Japanese Godzilla.
call it America. America's not good anymore. I don't like calling it America.
I see. We've got our opinions on America,
The
but
Monsterverse Godzilla
right. Okay.
is 343.
So definitely Rohan knows a lot about Godzilla. He knows about the different variations of Godzilla. He has black and white collections of the Godzilla movies that are in Japanese that he needs translated.
It's just I feel like Godzilla should just be like with America.
Yeah. I think you know
Or Godzilla.
Canadian Godzilla? I don't know. I guess they went to Alaska or somewhere, but I don't think he ever came to Canada.
It's Monsterverse Godzilla or
Right.
current.
And then you also know like all the villains, right? Like all the MonsterVerse creations, creatures.
Ghidorah, Space Godzilla, Destroyer,
Biollante,
Megaguirus, Biollante,
Chimera,
Mechagodzilla. Not really a villain though.
Mothra.
Isn't a villain.
Oh, villains.
Rodan, just to
Rodan.
name a few.
Just to name a few, right? So we could definitely, yeah. And Rowan's watched a lot of the movies, right? So we could go probably do a whole sequential podcast of the Godzilla movies, of how they started from Japan, how they came over to the Monsterverse, and then King Kong and Skull Island and all that fun stuff too.
Yeah, even a TV show about it that actually came out in 2023.
Yeah.
My God, I am getting old.
Oh my goodness, you are getting so old. Okay, well, that concludes our podcast. Thank you so much for being a guest on my show today, Rohan. I think you might be the youngest podcast guest on world record history. We can check the Guinness Book of World Records. We might have broken a record today. Unless there's like a kid podcast where they're like 7 and they're doing podcasts together as kids. But I want to let you know, you wish you could break a record. Yeah, we'll look it up. We'll look it up after this. But I want to let you know that you could follow Rohan on YouTube. His handle is at hotshot55.
Yeah.
You can always add him on Roblox.
That's good. Just Hotshot 55 or not. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Hotshot 55.
that's your handle, yeah, at hotshot55. I'll put it in the notes for the Spotify podcast, but we'll also try to get this podcast up on YouTube so that his friends can listen to it. Anything else, Rowan? Any final remarks?
No.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on our show today. We hope you have to have you back sometime, not soon, because I have to have a non-blood related guest next time, but maybe podcast 10, 11, 12. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll have to do some research, get all our topics ready, get all the Godzilla movies and their years and their heights before we go on the podcast and record it. Does that sound good to you? All right. Peace out. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.